All right, let's talk about the world we're living in. Let's talk about 2026. In the next few minutes, we're going to explore 3 quiet but really powerful ways to use psychology to find your center in all the noise.
So let me ask you a question. Does this feel at all familiar? You live in a world that's just filled with everything, but inside, you feel this weird sense of, well, of nothing, an emptiness.
You know, the reason for this feeling is subtle, but it's also incredibly profound. Your attention, your ability to just focus, it's being quietly pulled away from you. It's being hijacked.
And it's happening all around us. It's the algorithms that run our daily lives, and that endless stream of tiny little rewards, those 5-second dopamine hits they're literally engineered to give us.
This whole thing creates a state that experts are now calling psychologically overloaded. And here's the key thing to remember. Your brain isn't failing you. It's not being lazy. It's just completely and utterly overwhelmed.
So how do we start to reclaim our own mental space? Well, let's start with our very first hack, reclaiming your focus. And we're going to do it with a simple dopamine detox.
Just consider this number for a second. 150. That's how many times, on average, we all reach for our phones every single day. You know, at that point, it's not a habit. It's a reflex, it's an addiction.
But what if you could actually change that pattern? I mean, just imagine having a level of focus that feels deep, restorative, something that's honestly become a superpower.
This is called the boredom gap hack. It's so easy. The next time you're just standing in a line, waiting for something, I want you to resist that incredible urge to fill the space. Just do nothing. Let 60 seconds of pure boredom reset your prefrontal cortex. It clears out all the noise.
And the change you'll see is it's profound. In a world this distracted, the ability to just be still, even for a minute, that has become a genuine competitive advantage.
Okay, so this newfound focus is an amazing foundation. Now, let's build on it. Let's see how we can extend that feeling of presence to other people with our second hack, reclaiming connections. We'll call this the no-conflict social hack. I mean, it's so easy to feel the division in our world, right? Sometimes making a real, meaningful connection with someone, it just feels like it's completely out of reach. So, here's a thought. What if you had a simple, almost secret technique to build genuine rapport with pretty much anyone you meet, almost instantly? Okay, this is called the validation mirror. So when someone is sharing a problem with you, your first instinct is probably to jump in and offer advice. Don't do it. Instead, just listen. And then, and this is the magic part, gently repeat their last 3 words back to them, but frame it as a question. The effect is, it's honestly incredible. That person feels truly seen, they feel heard, their brain starts releasing oxytocin, the bonding hormone, and it creates this instant sense of trust. In that moment, you become this incredibly charismatic person to that. So we've reclaimed our focus, and we've reclaimed our connections. Now let's apply that exact same mindfulness to one last area of where we tend to lose control, our finances. This is the 24-hour rule hack.
I mean, think about it. With one-click buying and AI shopping assistance, spending money has become totally frictionless. It's practically automatic. It's not a decision anymore, it's an impulse.
So here's a really simple way to create some space for yourself, the cart freeze. The rule is gentle, but you have to be firm with it. If an item you want is over $50, you just have to give yourself 24 hours before you're allowed to buy it.
And what's happening inside your brain during this time is so fascinating. That initial burst of dopamine, that buying high, it starts to fade really, really quickly. And after 24 hours, that emotional urge is pretty much gone. And your calm, rational mind is back in the driver's seat to make the call. And the result? It's not just about saving potentially thousands of dollars. It's about reclaiming your own power of choice just by waiting one day. And all of this brings us to the most important part, the first step. Because taking your life back, it really does start with just one single quiet intention. The fundamental truth here is that you have a choice. You can make a gentle, conscious decision to stop letting all the external chaos run your internal world. So I'll just leave you with this question to think about. Which one of these simple practices are you going to start with today? Because at the end of the day, learning how to reclaim your focus, your connections, and your choices, it's not really about just surviving 2026. It's about remembering how to truly live in it.